Camera. I keep saying it's like an old Ford truck or something. You just got to keep on revving it up. Here we go. There we go. Come on. Got it. Welcome to another episode of Wheelchair Wednesday, folks. I'm your host, Wheelchair Rick. I'm a T3, T4 paraplegic. Today, we are going to talk to a brave soul. I'm turning that down. It seems like it's way too loud. From the same state I am at, in Michigan. Before we get to her, let's go ahead and roll the intro. Welcome to Wheelchair Wednesday.
I lost your sound.
Okay, nope, it's I'm still here. You hear me? Let's welcome Danielle to the show, folks. Good to see you. How are you?
Hello.
So we chatted a little bit before we went live here, and come to find out, you're actually from Michigan, where I'm from.
Yep.
So you're out in your garden area. Tell us a little bit about that. How long you been gardening for?
5 years now.
Nice. And you do like
I even transferred roses from another house to this house because I play the long game. It's everything a perennial garden, and everything is just getting bigger.
Right. Nice. Do you do any kind of vegetables or anything, or just flowers?
I used to until all the trees grew over my garden beds, but yeah, we used to do a lot of gardening.
Nice.
We do chickens. We do ducks.
Yeah, we were thinking about getting chickens. Yep. That's awesome. Now, before we get too far into this, I mean, the first question is pretty simple. It's just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell people how it happened, how your accident happened.
All right. So July 15th, 2021, I woke up that morning. I went to the gym twice, once with my coach and once on my own to do, the stuff I don't need a coach for.
Right.
And it's kind of crummy day. It had been raining for 2 weeks straight. The course was closed because it was flooded and there were trees down everywhere. Bad day. Just didn't even want to go to work.
Right.
And I went anyway. And I was doing last call because everything that could go wrong went wrong. Went down a shortcut that I always take. It was pretty inverted, and I was on a beer cart, and the back of the beer cart went down faster than the front, trying to oversteer while I was holding one drink in my hand and another down here.
Oh, man.
And when I tried to correct my steering, it started to teeter. Thought I was a stunt actress, and I tried to jump.
Oh,
Turns
no.
out I have zero talent as a stunt actress. So the cart ended up crushing me. I was folded forward with my right leg in front. My left leg was tucked underneath my back, and I could see the bottom of my shoe. So we actually kind of thought that my legs were broken.
Right.
Turns out I'm really flexible, so I didn't really hurt my legs that bad. And when they pulled off the cart from me, I was folded forward, face down in the dirt. And I remember pushing myself up and sitting perfectly straight until the ambulance had to go place to place to place to try to find where they weren't going to sink getting to me. So they ended up using a driveway from like the end of the road.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the highest elevation. So they figured they wouldn't sink as bad up there, which they were still kind of sinking. So they just brought the stretcher over to me. So that just goes to show you the ground was
super
really
soggy and right. And I've been on golf courses before where it's just like, it's almost like, almost getting ready to be a pond. There's still standing water and it's just horrible.
Yeah.
That grass is so cut low, yeah.
There were some areas where I couldn't even go that way unless I was just kind of creeping.
Right. That is crazy.
So,
that's the first I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, well, they flipped the golf cart off of me, pushed myself up, and then it was taking around about 45 minutes. And so eventually the golfers had to use their bodies and brace themselves up against me so that I could rest my wrists and fingers from holding myself up.
Oh.
I was on uneven, and So if I moved at all, there was pain.
Right.
So, um,
Dang. So
and then,
you got to the hospital, and then what'd they say?
well, I was fortunate because I got to the hospital and there was a very friendly face to greet me there. It was ex-boyfriend's brother, someone I knew, trusted, and stuff. So I knew I was in good hands, which kind of alleviated a little bit of the anxiety, knowing that I had someone there. And then my stand-in mother, my Aunt Deb, um, she was the first one to arrive. My husband was out of state on a business trip and driving from wherever he was as fast as he could back to me.
Right.
They told me after they did all the X-rays that I had an L4 burst fracture and an L2 fracture and an L1 fracture. And they fused me from T12 to L4. Had to have a revision surgery in December because the L4 or L1 through L4 didn't fuse.
Just this
So they had to
December?
go
This last December?
this last December.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
They went in with bigger screws because they were basically just kind of going in and out of my bone.
Oh.
Yeah, very painful. So I'm doing much better now.
That's good.
This recovery was so fast.
Compared to the other one, right?
Oh my God, the other one was awful. It was a month at Hurley Hospital, and then I didn't really get any physical therapy while I was there. The physical therapist came twice. And then I went to Mary Free Bed.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
I bought a dog on the way.
Ah, nice.
Because I knew I was going to be in a wheelchair and I wanted company. I was going to be alone all the time. So I wanted a dog for the second I got home. And I bought a dog.
That is awesome. Yeah, animals do really help you. That's a good tip for anybody who's newly injured. If you don't have an animal already, you might want to get one.
Any kind of animal you can talk to. Thing,
Yeah.
a living, breathing thing you can talk to.
Shoot, even a goldfish would work, probably. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's still, you gotta say, hey Goldie, are you hungry? Here's
Right,
food.
feed it, right, take care of it. Yep. Now, how long ago was that? You've been injured for how long now?
Monday was my 3-year anniversary.
Oh, okay. Well, happy You're Alive anniversary, I guess. We call it the...
Exactly.
There's a couple different words, yeah.
Another time. Yes.
Yeah.
I have 9 lives.
Nice.
I don't know if you know that, but yeah.
We do now.
I don't know how many I have left because I kind of lost count of all the all close encounters.
Right.
But
so this next question is kind of a weird one. You being so newly injured and because of your accident, it might be something different. A lot of people have mixed emotions. Would you walk if you could? Now, what I mean by that is if you could go back to that day that you got injured and completely start over again and not fold the beer cart down on yourself or not jump and make sure you didn't get, in trouble. But then you would have to keep going life from where you were then. You would forget all your knowledge you have today, and you wouldn't, and you would just go as you were. Or would you stay where you're at now?
I would stay.
You would stay.
I would stay.
Nice.
I found a new purpose when this accident happened. I still have roller coasters just like everybody else in the world. And I try to share that as often as I can in full transparency in live videos and stuff because it's okay to have emotions. It's what I'm trying to teach my children. And it's okay if you let people in. And we're going to have ups and downs in the world. Everybody does. But
Right. Yeah, Ben Insider, what's up? What's going on? This is a live show, so if anybody comes in here and wants to ask questions or something like that, we're going to let you know. I don't think you can't see anything. So Mike said she was the quickest one to answer that question. Yeah, that was fast. Yeah, but I agree with you, though. I'm the same way. I'm a little over 4 years, so it's like I feel, I've came so far where I'm at now, I wouldn't go back either.
No, I'm 42 years old. My children they just graduated, so one of my goals to make me work harder was to be able to stand up at their graduation and clap for them while they walk the stage.
Nice.
And I was able to achieve that goal this year.
Heck yeah.
So
Give you a
So
bell
now I
for
get to
that.
throw them a nice party.
Nice. Heck yeah. I've seen a couple pictures of you were doing the stand-in stuff. Pretty much just on your own. Which is, that's just to do it on your own when you come from a paraplegic standpoint or something like that, where they tell you you're not going to be able to walk again and you can do it by yourself. That's a big feat itself. I mean, I kind of gave it up, when people come to me and they're like, the doctor's like, well, you might not. So you just, in your mind, you're like, okay, I'm done. That's fine. And you kind of accept it. But, you never know. It's not up to us, I guess.
Nope. There's some greater engineer out there. I don't know who it is and what it consists of, but yeah, there's a universe of healing elements. I ground myself is one of the biggest things that I make sure I do. Get
See, I've thought
yourself
about
into
doing that more. Yeah, putting your feet on your bare feet on just pretty much like solid ground.
just take your cushion off your wheelchair, put it on the ground, put your hands in the grass and feel the blades and pick a flower and smell it and let your toes just feel the grass. Even though you can't feel it, it's good energy going through your body and it's free.
Right.
And
Right.
if you're out on a sunny day like this, you're getting some vitamin D, which increases your dopamine levels and your endorphins,
Yeah, I love
and then you
staying
get to go do
outside
a
this
cold
time of year.
plunge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know about all that. Now we're talking cold
I'm
water
gonna
and.
have to after sitting here in the sun. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
guys, check her out on YouTube. We're gonna put her links in the description below. Right now we're live. We don't have them in there, but they will be after we go get done with this and wrap it up. And I've seen a couple of those. You actually, like you said, you're pretty good at transferring. So you can just kind of get up, pick yourself up, and then put yourself anywhere, really. I mean,
Yeah.
now that
It
you're kind of.
scares a lot of people sometimes because of how fast I do it. Like when I get in and out of a car, like my mother-in-law's Jeep, it's really it's high, and I just jump on right in, and she looks at me like, "Oh my God, I thought I was gonna have to help you. Like, what do you want? Like waiting for me to fall or
Right.
catch me, and then I'm just in there."
Nice. Heck yeah. Now, the next question I got for you is dating/married. You'd mentioned your husband. Now, how long have you guys been a thing?
We've been together for almost 6 years now. Um, October 2nd was actually our first date and my kid's birthday.
Wow.
Um, so yeah, a lot of good memories here. He's been my rock. I don't think I could have gotten through it without him.
Yeah,
A
so I
lot
mean,
of people
obviously he was
do.
with you, when this all happened. And, so he was kind of just stuck by your side the whole time. And
Yeah, he didn't arrive for 2 days. I think it took him to drive home. Well, almost that long. Um, and he arrived basically as I was going to be going into surgery, and the doctor was saying, "You're you're not going to walk again."
right,
But this is what happened. I'm going to try to fix this. And there's pictures of him, showing me on his phone.
right.
This is what I seen on your X-ray. So
Ben Insider said, would you try Neuralink?
I don't know what Neuralink is, but if you send me information on it, I'm very open-minded.
So it's pretty scary. I'll just briefly explain it to you. It's a chip that kind of goes in your brainstem that Elon Musk created that's supposed to help with your regeneration of your spinal cord and help with moving your muscles and kind of get you back some mobility. I don't know. I don't trust it. I think it sounds like some Terminator stuff to me. I don't know.
I'm open-minded, like I said. I'm like against a baclofen pump. I don't even take baclofen anymore. I'd rather feel the nerve pain than take that shit.
I take 10
Ugh.
milligrams. Yeah, I think 3 times a day.
Nope, I quit taking it. The only thing I do take is Lyrica and diazepam and occasionally Flexerol when my spasms and my tone is too much.
Right. Right. Man. Well, we're getting pretty far already. We're only on number 4. What's your biggest pet peeve about being in a chair?
Not being able to see over things this high.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
No one sees you either.
No,
when you're.
unless I mean, if you got like, so do you have a manual chair? Obviously, do you ever go out in a power chair? Do you have a power chair?
I have a companion that I can link to the front of my
Oh, okay.
like fire. It's like a Firefly, but it's called the Companion Plus.
Yeah, those are
Just a different.
super sick. I like those things.
It goes up to 15 miles an hour, and let's just say I have fun with that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
My
That's
son and I went to Somerset Mall, and I was like, "Hey, do you have your skateboard with you?" And he's
oh
like,
my
"Yeah." And I
goodness.
was like, "Dude, let's have you like grab onto the back of my chair and let's
Just
tape it."
take off,
And so
right?
there's a video of him and I going around Somerset video, pulling him
Nice.
on the back with his skateboard.
Yeah, and really like 15 miles an hour doesn't sound really fast, but sit down in a chair and go 15 miles an hour like with nothing around you, like that's fast.
It is fast. I like to run my Shiba Inu going that fast, 'cause she'll run that fast for a good long time, and then she comes back and she's.
Nice. Yeah, it's worn out. Um, what is something that you wish you could do now that you can no longer do?
Hmm. Oh God. Well, I can't wear high heels. I've tried,
I
and
never
it
thought
is
about
a
that.
big time bummer because I am like a fashionista. I went to school for aesthetics, so you know it's my whole world, and it was taken away from me. Um, Even the kind I've tried taping, but like double-sided sticky tape on my feet. I've tried putting Velcro on the bottom of my shoe to my foot plate, and doesn't matter if
Man,
it doesn't lace up or
I never thought of that. Being a
Velcro.
man, yeah, like just kind of like, because we don't care. We just throw on a pair of sneakers and we're good. You know what I mean?
Right, but my tennis shoes never match my outfits. I always look,
Off. Like you
you
like,
know,
I need to wear some heels with this damn thing.
or
Yeah.
some cute little strappy sandals or shoes. I miss shoes.
right. Oh, that's one thing you never think about. PJ Hager missed it. He said, "How'd she get hurt?" PJ, you're gonna have to get back, roll it back, go to the beginning. I'll give you a quick demonstration. She was in a golf cart delivering beer, I think drinks and stuff, and she got tied up on some slippery slopes. Tried to get out, tried to bail out, and last minute landed on her. And yeah, go check it out. It's a crazy story. I'm telling you. That's the first time I've ever heard something like that happening, even on this show. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
crazy.
Now let me ask you this: do you call your wheelchair anything? Do you have a name for your wheelchairs?
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit. Okay. Well, that was fast. Well, you know how some people have like names for their
Okay.
cars and like stuff like that.
So there are some people who would take very good care of their wheelchair. They probably maintain all the wheels and locks and everything on it
Yeah, not
really,
me. I'm
really
not
well.
that guy. Yep.
I run into things so much, and I never wear shoes. So, I mean,
Ooh.
I can't wear nail polish on my toes. Other words, it'd be all over my walls. Um, so, yeah, let's just say I beat the crap out of this thing, and I don't care about it.
Right. You're not one of those people that takes time to like dress it up and make it look good and put wheel spoke skins on it or nothing like that.
I almost did. I was like this close. And then I decided I just didn't care. There were so many other things that I needed to do instead.
Right. Understandable. Understandable. Number 6 is let's talk about pain. What are your pain levels like?
Every once in a while, especially after days that I try to do too much, that would be like 2 or more loads of laundry, weeding the flower bed, or um, swimming and doing PT at the same time, like same day. That's 90 minutes of PT and then 90 minutes at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those days, the pain level is a little higher, and then the next 2 days to follow. But it's nothing ever above like a 6 since I started doing the ice baths.
Right.
Very rarely do I go above a 6.
And I heard like, because obviously with the ice baths, they give your body a shock, so it's like it starts
Mhm.
healing itself and starts giving these endorphins out. I mean, I've never experienced it. I've just kind of looked into it and checked it out. But um, how long did you start doing those after your injury?
I just started in, I would say, I don't know, December or January is when we bought it. And I lost a bunch of weight. I went down like 4 sizes in 4 months. So I needed to buy new clothes.
Right,
Um, that was fun. But they are beneficial. Just doing it for 30 seconds or 3 minutes.
right.
So
And really, if
I
you think
didn't
about it, if
start
you're in a, if you're like, because me, I'm a T3, T4, so like if I just get in it up to chest high, I won't really feel much, right?
right. Uh, I'm gonna tell you. um, I can't feel anything. Like if you slap me on the leg below or whatever, or
Mm-hmm.
below my knees, I can't feel a thing. But above my knees, I can feel some. Like I'm starting to feel temperature on my right side now. I'm starting to feel
Wow.
vibrations, tapping. Um, I did a stem cell procedure too. We can talk about that more later. Um, that is something I do believe in. Um, but I forgot where I was going with that.
Oh, yo, you're good. I was just, do you think maybe the cold plunges are helping, like bring some stuff
Absolutely,
back? You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, and doing trying at least to get into somatic yoga poses. You need one or two people to help you. It's fine, or having the blocks and stuff,
right.
but at least trying to get your body into those positions. Um, I feel like you would be doing more beneficial things because when we do these releasing things, it's helping you process emotions. It's
Mm-hmm.
helping your hormones. It's helping your endorphins and dopamine levels because you're actually doing something. And like David Goggins will tell you, do something you hate every day and start with the worst one first.
I'll get it over
So
with. Yeah.
get it over with, and then the more you do it, the more your brain starts to grow, and then eventually you just start doing it and it becomes a habit and a routine, and it's a healthy one.
Good piece of advice.
So i'm just
Awesome.
I'm David Goggins it. That's what I say.
David Goggins. I've heard that name before, but I'm not really familiar with him. I'm gonna have to check it out.
He had a
Um,
rough life.
is now just real quick. Is he like a paraplegic or something, or he's just a
No,
talker?
he's like he's a motivational speaker now,
Oh,
but
okay, yeah, yeah.
he
That's what
was
I
in
thought.
the Marine or Navy SEALs or something like that. Um, some branch of the military and a lot of other different things.
Right.
He's got a really cool story.
What is the thing that helped you the most after your injury? If there was one thing you could see that helped you tremendously, what was that?
Hmm. Let's see. There was a lot, and I kind of evolved. Um, Probably my crafts. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of things that I like to do.
So you just kind of put your head into doing like crafts and things to keep busy, to kind of do like your
Yeah.
therapy your way through it, sort of thing.
Basically, spent $1,000 a month the first year on paper shit and stickers for, for
Oh
doing my,
man.
my my planner. I was a happy planner.
Okay.
um, and then I was really hoping that I would get my spa going again and be
See a
able to do it from a
spa.
wheelchair.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like I've always wanted to go into what are they called? Those sweat things where you go in there and sweat. Because I really
Yeah,
need that. Like I need to get in a sauna or whatever and just like bleed out. But I don't know. There's not really much of that stuff for wheelchair users around Michigan where I'm from anyway.
it is so hard to get into the one at the gym. I have to go find the person that's like the attendant for the room. They have to hold the door for me. I have to like hobble in there with my walker, and then put my walker somewhere that it's someone else isn't going to trip on it. And
Right.
then I have to like knock on the door really hard when I'm done.
Yeah, see, that's too much. That's just too much work. When
But
really you could
the
just sit out in the
pool,
sun for free, which is beneficial, but
yeah. But the pool does have like a chair that gets you into it.
oh
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
it
seen
does
those.
that.
Yep. They kind of
Yeah.
put you in, lower you.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are awesome. Um, so speaking of hobbies, that's my next question: is hobbies before and after? Now, before your injury, did you do any kind of hobbies, or were you just kind of, you know,
I did more.
you did more before your injury, and then
I
now like
did
after? Okay.
more. So there are a lot of hobbies that are kind of up on a shelf right now because of my physical limitations or weather in Michigan. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know all about
like we,
that.
yeah. So a lot of things have gone on the back burner, like sewing. I can't really sew right now because I don't have a feeling in my foot yet to control the foot pedal.
Oh
Now
yeah.
I've tried putting it in between my knees, but unless I put Velcro or something on like on it, it's not gonna work. And then there's a chance because those muscles are strongest on me. Like I could scissor someone to
Oh
death and they die.
goodness.
That muscle is so strong. Get it to go the other way? Hell no.
Isn't
That's
that
like
so weird? Yeah, the human body is just is it's just a mystery still. It's funny. It's funny how like still the doctors today they don't even know much about spinal cord injuries in general. They're just like, well, I don't know. We're gonna send you to the specialist, and they'll teach you how to live.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's not. They don't teach you a whole lot. They just teach you how to like, sit up straight and try to balance yourself. And
I used to like to work on cars. Um, I used to like to mountain bike, and yeah, it's really, really hard to do. Um, Especially if you have like just a hand bike, which
oh
I
yeah,
don't. I really want one, but
those are a lot of work too. I've seen
um,
guys that are just straight stacked getting in those things and going to town.
yeah, um, I've been told I have some pretty strong back muscles, kind of like a gymnast. So
Nice.
I think because of my background in bodybuilding and health, nutrition, um, it helps me because
That's the weather in Michigan. I felt that
over
gust just
here,
now too. Yep. It's getting crazy out here.
the shovel just went flying off the wall. Cool.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, we only got a couple questions left before you get swept over by crazy windstorm. Now, what about
Yeah.
traveling? Do you ever travel? Do you like to travel at all?
I went to Panama. That was my first time flying. So I learned a lot of hard lessons. First time flying. I wish I had done more research on it as for a paraplegic anyway. I would have known to wear like 4 diapers and not eat or drink 24 hours before.
Oh gosh, I can imagine.
Now road trips, those are awesome. I have no problem with road trips at all.
Yeah, I think we're gonna plan a road trip. We went to Ohio not too long ago, and we stayed in a motel, and it wasn't too bad. The motel. I just want to say this: the motel beds suck. They are not good for
Yes, they
people
do.
in wheelchairs. They frickin' suck.
I actually call and order 6 extra pillows for my room before we even arrive
Just to put down on the bed or something, or
because I need to put it in different positions, like
yeah,
under my rib cage here, so it's not arching my back funny. And yeah,
yeah. That's good advice, though. Always try to call ahead and see if you can get something good, and especially if you can get an accessible room with a shower. Oh my gosh, it's great.
um, there are a lot of hotels where if you would know like you're gonna book your stay in advance, you can actually Amazon stuff to your room. So like a George Foreman grill or an Instapot or
That's
something like
cool.
that. They'll the valet will put it in your room before you arrive, like when they set your room up.
That's
So
awesome.
it'll just be waiting there for you. So then you don't have to eat out as much.
Heck yeah. Well, Miss Danielle, that brings me to the last question, and what I believe is probably one of the most important questions. It's the whole reason we do this. What would be the best advice that you would give the newly injured person watching this right now in the hospital bed, looking up, looking for something? What would you tell that person?
Never give up. Things can always be worse. You know, I found myself watching videos of people who were quadriplegics because they had even less to be grateful for, but they were still grateful. And then you watch somebody who has no.
Oh, the wind has took the signal. She should come back, maybe. Uh-oh, there you go.
Hi, sorry.
That's okay. You said something about the arm strength, yeah.
There are people without arms that can do more than I can do with 2 arms and with my 2 before my injury.
Right.
So,
right.
You can't give up.
Man, I like that. I like that, everybody. Let's give her a round of applause for hanging out. Miss Danielle, now, before we leave you, we had one of our viewers said, what part of Michigan are you living in? I'm in southern Michigan, so I'm down here by, like, Jackson area, around there. I like to do this and show people.
Right. I'm in Goodrich, by Clarkston, by Pine Knob.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like 15, 20 minutes north of Pine Knob. You know.
Nice. I heard they had some really badass concerts back in the day.
They still do. I used to work backstage.
Oh my gosh.
One of my first. That was like my second job ever in my life. I worked hospitality backstage, so I got to meet so many cool people.
Nice. See, now we got more. Now we got more for another show. Well, I tell you what, we want to say thank you, everybody that, you know, watches this and puts this on. Well, me and, you know, especially, for hanging out with us. And now that you've done this, maybe in a year or so, we'll check back with you, see how you're doing, and kind of keep you in the loop. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, stay with us, Danielle. Everybody else, we'll be back with another Wheelchair Wednesday here in about 20 minutes or so. Stay with us. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. See you.